She's doing it on the fly. I'm sorry. That's pretty good. I wasn't very good, Aaliyah, Jessica Smith. Anyway.
Hi, Auntie.
Hi, Aaliyah.
We're here today to talk about me and you, but mostly me and my experiences. So, Miss Smith, Auntie, very important first question. How many children have you raised?
4, including you, Aaliyah.
That is correct. And how long have you been taking care of me?
Since you were 2 months old.
And you are how old now?
You are 11 years old, Aaliyah.
When I was a baby, I used to go to a lady's house. Did I enjoy going there?
Miss Perkins, yes, Ernie. I think you did. I met Ernie when I was working in Brightmoor to support the development of programs. She and I became friends, and we still are now. I felt that it was a good program for you as a baby because it was home-based.
Who else cared for me when I was young?
Well, when you were about 18 months, you went to a program called Chow Time, which is located in what used to be called the Renaissance Center, and now the GM building. It was a different experience than the one you had in a home-based program with Ernie. There were a lot of different materials. Even though you still had a primary caregiver, there was a teaching team instead of just a single provider like Ernestine. Do you remember going to Chow Time?
No, I do not.
You don't? Well, it was a long time ago for you, I guess. I sent you there because it was a program that your cousin went to when he was a little boy. And the director, Miss Janet, is still there, and she was there when you were going. So I thought, once again, because we had this relationship, I knew how she felt about young children, how important it was for her to have a really good program, that it would be a good space for you. There you had a primary caregiver, so it was a little bit different because there were 2 teachers in the room, but you still had a lot of different experiences and one person who was attentive to you most of the time. It was a good program also because it had a lot of diversity in the different backgrounds and races who went there so that children could grow up learning about differences. And for me, I think that makes them more caring adults when they grow up.
Who else cared for me when I was young?
Well, after you went to Chow Time, you went to a program called Focus Hope. It was a Head Start program. And because of my experiences in Head Start, that was actually the second work in this field for me, as running a Head Start, early Head Start program. And at that time, I thought it would be a good selection for you and your dad, given the kind of programming that Head Starts have. It's usually a lot more comprehensive, meaning there are a lot of different options they offer to children and their families, one being a fatherhood initiative. So I wanted you and him to have a program that was going to be supportive of both of you in the event that he cared for you full time.
When you're saying children and their families, you're talking about everyone in the family, meaning like grandparents. So if the grandparents have to take care of the children, they could take something for that too?
It could be. We have a lot of different family makeups as we're seeing right now. It could be 2 moms. It could be a dad taking care of his children on his own. It could be grandparents. It could be like me caring for you. And so when we're thinking about children and how they're developing, it's important to think about all those other people too. A baby especially, but all the way up to 12 even, generally doesn't get to school on his or her own, right? They need somebody to get them there. And doing that, giving a program option that looks at the child in the context of their family and community is the best way to ensure that parents are also being partners in the development of young children.
How many years ago was that, and how old were you then and now?
You keep trying to go there, we're not. So let's instead talk about my work. I am honored right now to be leading the work of Hope Starts Here. which is a community-wide initiative to ensure that ultimately we have a system that is comprehensive, that is supportive, and responsive to the needs of young children and their families. At the end of the day, by 2027, in fact, that's our goal, Detroit is a city that puts young children and families first.
You said that you wanted to find the best people to care for me and educate me. Did you do that?
Well, the best evidence of that is you, young lady. How do you think we did?
Well, pretty great if I do say so myself.
I think so too. You actually have been to every type of early childhood setting there is, from home base to center to Head Start and a Great Start Readiness program. That's a village, and that's what it takes to actually raise children, especially now.
So that's what you're trying to do now, make sure every child has a village?
Absolutely, that's exactly right.
Well, that's all the time that we have for now. I'm sure that imperative 2, 3, and 5 are waiting for you.
I'm sure they are. That's what you're always teasing me about, those imperatives. It's important to have goals and people to help you do them. Thank you for the interview today, Aaliyah.
Thank you for letting me interview you.
Absolutely.